right, there we go. We are live. What is going on, everybody? It is the last show of the week for the Bakersfield Gentlemen, and we've already got a mad face. Can you believe that? Holy crap! That was the fastest mad face we have ever received. That is awesome. That's got to be some kind of record. Anyways, guys, so we are joined live today, not by Miguel, which is I'm sure what you guys are happy about. Chris, Kevin, thank you guys for joining us. But we've got Mitch to my left, your right, and we've got one of the participants of Battle of the Bands, Cigar Prop. Kevin is in the house, and Kevin, it is a pleasure to have you on the show, man.
It is a pleasure to be here. What is going on, guys? How you guys doing?
Doing well, doing well. So for people who may not know, Abe from Smoke Inn decided he wanted to pit some people against each other and have you guys come up with a 5-pack of cigars that you guys thought was a really great deal. And there's 6 of you. There is Blind Man's Puff, Cigar Coop, Cigar Doja, Cigar Obsession, Developing Pellets, and yourself, Cigar Prop, who are all part of this Battle Royale. And you guys each picked out a 5-pack, and they're all available starting yesterday, right?
Yeah. Friday at noon. So yeah, yesterday at noon.
And when Abe approached you with this, I mean, what was your take? I mean, what did you think about this whole thing?
Well, I mean, Abe was sitting in his desk one day and just called me while I call. Oh, hold on a second. It was hold on, I've got some noise. Okay, sorry about that. I got some noise, some background. So yes, Abe was sitting at his desk one day, called me up on the phone and be like, "Hey, I'm just sitting here. Came up with an idea. What do you think about it?" So we went back and forth for a little bit, and I'm like, I love it, absolutely love it, because we had just been talking about doing like a fantasy football thing with cigars and trying to come up with something else. And then he came up with the Battle of the Bands, and it was perfect. I thought it was brilliant. I was just honored to be. I was just honored to be one of them. What's that?
I'm really intrigued by this idea that you guys have come up with. I'm going over the list of all the cigars that you guys have chosen, and with the exception of one company, most of you guys went in really different directions, which is great. You're giving guys a lot of variety on these things, and it looks like in your group, you've got some heavy hitters, man. You've got some great stuff in your 5-pack. So for people that don't know what your 5-pack is, you want to go over it real quick, and maybe we'll run them down one by one and give your thought about it and your overall thought process of this entire little 5-pack.
Yeah, we'll start off with the Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust Sober Mesa Short Churchill 475 by 48. So this whole everything here kind of started over a Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust cigar. I had called Steve Saka, and actually I sent him a text. I'm like, "Hey, Steve, got some questions about a cigar," and then he's like, "Dude, just call me." So I called him. We talked for about an hour because I was wanting a couple of giveaway items, some stickers, some swag. We started talking about the 5-pack that I'd put together, and he goes, because I wanted the Dunbarton Tobacco, the Mi Querida Pequeña, which is my favorite little smoke. And he's like, "Well, why don't you go all short smokes? So it'll be something completely different than anybody else will have." And I'm like, "Well, that's brilliant." So I started putting together my favorite short smoke cigars. And then obviously the number one short smoke I think out there right now is the Crown Heads Juarez, the OBS, which is a 4 3/4 by 52. Then Alec Bradley got the sign, the black market illicit punk or Esteli Punk, 4 1/4 by 52. Obviously Drew Estate, I had to have Drew Estate, big sponsor of us. So and then on the short smokes, there's nothing better than a mixed tripa Papas Fritas, and the Papas Fritas is a 4 1/2 by 44. And then we got the I wanted something. I wanted 3 cigars under $5, and then I wanted 2 over to kind of round out. You had three kind of cigars that anybody could get and smoke, but then I wanted two premium ones. Hence the Sober Mesa Short Churchill and the Padron 1926. This is the Series 1926 number 35, which is a 4x48, which most people don't know that Padron makes a tiny little cigar. And they actually make, and it's the only Padron I can smoke. Padrones kick my ass, so these little tiny Padrones, the only ones that I can smoke and not be knocked on my feet.
Now, we do have to put a little asterisk or disclaimer, caveat, whatever you want to call it. But when you say, $5 and under, you have to exclude, California, Utah, and New York, because with our taxes, we can't find those under $5.
Yeah. Yes, God, that is, and that's tough because, like I said, that's a great cigar at a great price point. But when you get those up with adding your taxes, if it becomes $6, $7, $8, it's like that gets quite expensive for a short cigar. And and I'm a short smoke lover. A lot of times I don't have 90 minutes. Sometimes I've only got 45 minutes to smoke a cigar, but I still want a really, really good cigar.
And I think it's really smart that you went with this entire little guy lineup, because as far as trends go with cigar smokers, once the summer months come, a lot more Robustos and smaller are being sold, because people don't want to stay outside in the heat very long, and a lot of people don't smoke in their houses. I know Cigar Authority did an entire video on how their sales go. When the fall and the winter months and the spring months are here, they're selling larger sizes because guys are able to stay out longer and enjoy the weather. But when the summer months hit, all that stops, and the shorter cigars, the smaller cigars, are the ones being sold. So with this contest taking place now, you picking out the smaller cigars and people, seeing that, hey, I may not have all the time to finish this. I don't want to maybe go with another 5-pack because they're a little bit bigger and I won't finish them. I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my money. You go with these, 5 shorties, and you'll be able to finish them in a short amount of time, and you'll be getting your money's worth for it. So I think that was a really smart call.
Yeah, and we call it the shorty for 40 sampler. It's a great, and the price point is what I really wanted to stay. We were given a floor. It had to be $40. You couldn't go. Nobody could come up with 5 $2 cigars and sell 1,000 samplers. So we had to have a floor, but there was no ceiling. Abe wanted to be like, you guys are the best of the best. 6 top media personalities. Can you sell your followers with no price point, can you sell cigars? And I'm like, I don't know, I think we can. So I put together mine with a focus on price, but not an emphasis on price. I wanted to be right around that $40 price point, just because, like I said, COVID-19, people out of work, people not buying cigars. Or you got the other end, people like me that have bought an ass ton of cigars over the last few months, and every time someone sends me, hey, this is on special, I go, stop sending me these damn emails. And so this price point would be a good 5 cigars, $40. It's a good price point. So yeah, it's
Yeah, no, I totally.
That's where the price came in, and like I said, other guys were not focusing, but you've got I think Brian Glenn's Cigar Obsession. What is his what is that, $70?
Yeah, you're $30 more inexpensive than he is.
But you look at it this way, so. In that, in the video Abe did, he put down in the bottom our minions, how many minions we have following us, and that's our army. I put 10,000 minions, and that's being generous for myself. Brian Glenn has 150,000 minions. So if he can get 10% of his following to buy his, $80 price, 5-pack sampler, it's still going to beat out my 25%. So, yep. So I mean, did he do it wrong by, making his a high price point? Probably not. I think he's hoping that his army will rally and buy the sampler, which I don't know if they have or haven't, because like I said, if you look at what's in the running, they're only percentages. We're not being told how many individual packs are being sold. So he could have sold quite a few already. I've just sold more.
Right, right. And now it's going off of the number of packs, correct? Not the total
Sales volume.
sales volume.
Yes. So it's a number of 5 packs sold is who's going to be the winner. So
Okay.
So yeah, so yeah, super cool.
So going over your list, if you were going to smoke these 5 cigars in a day, where would you start, and then where would you go?
I would probably start off my day with probably the Papas Fritas, the 4.5 by 44. It's the shortest, it's the quickest. Have that with breakfast. It's like I said, it's a mixed tripa cigar, so it's not overly bold. So it's just a good one to start your day off with, and then maybe move. Pre-lunch would be that Alec Bradley Black Market Esteli Punk 4.25 by 52. Another little shorter smoke, and then just relaxing at lunchtime. Eat a good lunch. And then move up to that Juarez. It's a good stout cigar, 4.75 by 52. That's going to get you through your hour lunch break, and then that Dunbarton. Depending on what I'm having that day for dinner, it's either going to be the Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, or it's going to be that Padron. That Padron's an ass kicker, man. Like I said, it's a stout cigar. It's got some nicotine behind it, so I'm going to want something full bodied. Steak, potato, vegetable, a couple cocktails. I want to be full when that nicotine hits me so it can be diluted. If I'm eating something a little lighter, definitely going to be that Sober Mesa. But even that short Churchill 475 by 48, like I said, this can be, like I said, Dunbarton's burn slowly. This can be a 90-minute smoke if you're babying it, so that cigar can last you a while.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to go. And Miguel's asking if there's any Roma Craft in any of the packs. There is not any Roma Craft in any of the packs.
There's a little bit of backstory to that Abe can explain.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm like, do I say Roma Craft was banned from the list, or do I not say it? So thank you, Mitch. Yeah, there was
details he can, but
so no Roma Craft, and then other than that, that was really our only stipulation, no Roma, but it had to be readily available. If it's something that Abe didn't stock, he didn't care. Like I said, there was I had to go through a couple times. I had a couple cigars that I obviously picked probably 10 of them. And then what's available. Some of them were like, okay, I can get this in. They only have, I can only get 100, and then that's it. If your sampler sells out, you're screwed. So do you take that chance that, so we nixed this one, like I said, back ordered, not available. We think they're coming in, we don't know when. So I had to go with cigars, that there were, 250 boxes plus available, so and I think I rounded out the selection pretty good there.
Yeah, definitely. So I definitely have to put you on the spot here. Are any of these other samplers that you see, do any of them stick out to you?
None. Like I said, Cigar Coop. Cigar Coop is a cigar geek. So Cigar Coop put together an absolutely fantastic, well thought out sampler. It's just for the cigar geek out there, someone that wants probably 5 of the best cigars, or some of the best cigars on the market today, Coop has that sampler down pat. But unfortunately, he chose 5 cigars that, if you look at them, can anybody other than the Aladino Cameroon, can anybody name any of the other manufacturers that make the cigar? Your average cigar guy, you look at that list, you'd be like, I don't, and even on the Aladino, there are some guys that may not know, Aladino is, the Aroa family. So, you're like, nope, 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 nope. So why am I going to spend, $56, I think, whatever his was. Why am I going to spend that on 5 cigars that I have no idea, who they are. So, and then the other guys, I said good choices. I'd say Dojo's got a good pack together, but unfortunately price point, I said, even if I was a fan of those guys, not, not that I'm not a fan of those guys. If I was on the outside looking in as a consumer, I don't know if I could spend that money. You're like, $60, $70, $80. I look at, for $120, I can buy a box of cigars, of something else. So they've got that going against them on the price point. But then again, just like, Cigar Obsession, they got the following. So, yeah, and I've been really proud of the people that follow Cigar Prop, the Cigar Prop minions, as Abe has dubbed them. It's I look at the misfits of our followers, and that just seems like that's what people that follow me are just. It's the land of misfit toys. It's the people that don't fit into, Brian Glenn's Cigar Obsession world. It's the people that don't fit into, that don't wear penny loafers, that will watch Coop. That was someone else dug Coop on that one. So, and then it's not necessarily the dojo guys. It's I don't know what it is. Like the Cigar Prop followers are the same followers that follow the Bakersfield Gentlemen. We're just regular guys with regular jobs that go to work, pay our taxes, pay our bills, come home, bust our ass doing home projects and everything else. We don't have fancy houses and everything else. And so I don't know. Our followers are like your followers. And I think they've just, they want recognition for me, because when you recognize me in Cigar Prop, you're recognizing, all of the misfits that follow me.
Yeah, no, I totally get where you're coming from, man. Absolutely, absolutely. So when is this or how long is this contest going for? When are you guys gonna announce your guys' winner?
So September 30th, midnight September 30th, I believe is when Abe said the contest ends. Now, a few days before the contest ends, he's gonna take down the poll, where everybody's at. So, which is smart, I said, because it's gonna come down, because I have a feeling. I said right now I'm in the lead, but those numbers are shifting. We've got a lot of time to go. So I think those numbers are gonna come a little closer to each other. Brian Glenn every day has seemed like he's creeping up a percentage point. But so yeah, and then so September 30th, and then we're gonna go live. I believe it's Monday, October. It might be the first Monday in October. I'd have to double check. So there's gonna be a live with all of us on there, and we're not gonna know until Abe announces, on that live, who. So it'd be like anything else. We'll spend an hour, and then you won't find out who the winner is until the last minute of the show. So yeah, it'll be fun. We'll all find out live together on who won, and I don't know if he's going to give out numbers. We'll see.
So looking at your list, with the exception of the Juarez, because we actually just got that into Cigars and More, so I haven't yet smoked that cigar. And I was telling Mitch before the show, I know I had one somewhere. I just can't find it, and for the life of me, I can't ever remember smoking it, because he said the same thing. He knew he had one. We can't find it. Personally, I blame John. I don't doubt that John went into both of our humidors and took it, but that's neither here nor there. So So the other ones on your list, I have smoked, and I have smoked, maybe not the exact size, but I have smoked them. I've enjoyed them all. Were there, like you said, you were going through different cigars to come up with this finalized list. Were there any on there that were really close to making that cut?
And any other cigars?
Yeah.
Yeah. There were a few that were on there, and I really wanted the Fratello Oro. I think it was the Oro, the short one, and then that ended up not making the cut. There was one by Hiram Solomon, and
Yeah.
and it was and I forget the name of it. It was just a little too small. It would have been the smallest one, and it was a little too small. A little too small for the price point of what they were offering. So and that was that was a game day. That was the final change. I forget who moved up into their spot. Yes, we had to get rid of that one. And then it was like Alec Brad, I'd reach out to Mitch, about a cigar, and I know Alec Bradley has a great following, so it's choosing cigars that also have a good following as well. Are the people going to get behind your sample? Like you look at Juan Cancel, he's got a I think it's Developing Palates has the Themis on their list. So Juan Cancel has stepped up to the plate and has been pushing that sampler. So that was my theory going into it as well. It's like, all right, so are there manufacturers that have groups as well? Obviously everybody knows Drew Estate, so I can promote that in the Drew Estate group and reach that following. Alec Bradley was on that. Alec Bradley's got a great, a great following, a great group. So I can gain some traction there. So I really had to expand and reach out, make my minions larger than they really are. So and then that's why reached out to one manufacturer, which I can't say, but so we have this little prize pack here. So the first 50 people that get their cigars in, take a picture on Instagram, tagging all 5 manufacturers, tagging me, tagging Smoke Inn, and then making sure I see that Instagram photo, is going to get one of these extra swag bags. Now there is some controversy online that I am cheating by offering an extra prize pack. Abe has come to my defense and said that that's not cheating. It's just a good. I think the other guys are. I think I'm being underestimated because I said if you look at this 6 people, the upper echelon, these guys are the greatest. These guys are the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I think they got outsmarted right from the beginning, and not I don't know if outsmarted is the is the right term. But it's just maybe they didn't expect that. They're like, damn it, why didn't we think of that? But that's what Cigar Prop does. That makes you wonder why you didn't think about it. Mitch, you've got one of my bleeder tools right there. Do you know how many people at the beginning says, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? It's like, damn it, I'm a good business. Why didn't I think of that? So hopefully these guys are saying why didn't I think of that? So. And then someone made a comment today on a post, oh, hey, he's doing so good. Thankfully he's got that prize pack. And then Abe chimes in. He's like, well, he's only got 50 of them. And I wanted to chime in, do I, Abe? Do I only have 50? So, yes, I do only have 50 of this prize pack. So I'm still waiting on confirmation from a couple different companies. We may or may not, you'll hear it here first, we may or may not have another 50 prize packs to give away. So if people thought that I only had 50 and that's what they were banking on, well, we'll get them when his 50's done. I'm not dumb. And that's one of the reasons why this, and it's irritated a few people that have reached out. I don't have Instagram. I'm sorry. This is an Instagram contest. You guys know how popular Instagram is. That is another way to increase my following. You make a post on Instagram, certain number of people are going to see that post. I'm instantly going to repost it. So another group of people is going to see that post. So every time someone posts and I repost, that tree of followers gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So at the end of the day, posting in these groups, posting on Instagram, yes, I'm going to reach 100,000 people, just like these other guys. They can reach those with just the stroke of a keyboard. You know, in one spot, one forum, they reach 100,000 people, and that's it. They don't have to do any other work. I can reach that same 100,000 people, but I gotta do my work. I gotta put the legwork in, and luckily, other people are doing that for me, helping me promote it, helping get the word out. Dr. Bill Ragone's on the chat panel. He has been helping me out quite a bit, and so we'll get the reach, you know. So hopefully our price point, you know, helps us out.
Definitely. Yeah, that's what I like about, at least I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I've been buying a lot of cigars lately because we've been having a lot of events here at the lounge. And so when I saw your price point, I mean, for me, I was like, okay, that's number one. He's going up on my list because of that price point. Number two, it's freaking hot here in California. It's like 103 degrees. It's freaking smoky outside. I don't want to be outside forever smoking a cigar, you know, because then I'm not going to enjoy it. So if I can get something like this Papas Fritas, you know,
well,
perfect amount of time.
Yeah, and you
right
guys have. Yeah. That's what I say. You know, sweating. You guys got the humidity out here like we do in Florida. I can't be outside. I said, I have, a regular Sober Mesa and a Churchill size. You know, you're outside smoking it with the humidity. You're sweating. Your hands are wet. That cigar's ruined. You know, sometimes I can't even get halfway through one. And the cigar is just, it's swelling up. It's not burning right because now it's 90% humidity inside that cigar.
Yes.
The cigars, the smaller smokes are just easier and to deal with when it's hot.
Definitely. Plus, I like the how you threw a Padron in there. That's kind of, I don't think a lot of people know that it comes in that small of a size, and I think that price point sometimes pushes it out of people's comfort zone of buying. So to get something that's going to have the same flavor as their fuller size stuff, but still be inexpensive, I think is going to introduce a lot more people to Padron that maybe wouldn't have gone to it because they didn't want to spend that kind of money.
Yeah, and this isn't a cheap Padron. This little 4x48 retail on this cigar is $12 for a 4x48. You can get a full size Davidoff for $12. I mean, so that's a tough nut to crack on a cigar, especially a short cigar. And that's why I really wanted an ultra premium, because someone looks at the list like, oh, there's a Padron. I'm getting 5 cigars for $40, and a Padron is one of those cigars. Maybe I've never smoked a Padron before. Now I get to smoke a Padron, and I get to be fancy for a few minutes. Because that's what I feel like when I'm smoking a Padron. I feel like I have my pinkies out when I'm smoking it. It's just got that that aura about it. And Padron, out of all the manufacturers, like I said, there is something in this little box from 4 manufacturers. Padron, unfortunately, never got back to me because Padron doesn't need to advertise. Padron doesn't need to give stuff away to anybody. So unfortunately, there's nothing in there from Padron. But there is a that box right there is it's valued every bit as at the same $40 as that sampler. There's one manufacturer that stepped up to the plate, and we had talked about some different things. And he's like, well, what if I give you 50 of this? And I'm like, get the hell out of here. And I go, what is that going to cost you? And he's like, I don't care. He goes, I like you. And so he's like, I'll send you 50. And I'm like, get out of here. So there is 50. I have 50 items, and one of them in here is something that you're not going to get. You can't get anywhere else. You can't buy it. You'll never be able to buy it ever, unless you buy it on the secondary or on eBay. And you're going to kick your ass for not getting one when you see everybody else posting their picture of what they got. Now, you will eventually be able to get one of these free when you buy a $300 box of cigars. You'll eventually be able to get one of these items for free someday. So right now, you're going to get one of these items for free. for a $40 sampler. So I said, if you it's not too late. I know Abe has already sold at least 50 because I said people screenshot it. I've got one guy that bought 5 samplers, and he said next week he's buying another 5. So
Wow.
and so there's several people that have bought multiple packs. So so there's the 50 of them. They're going to go quick. But so if you're still looking, get that order in. Choose expedited shipping, and get those photos online because man, it's going to go.
Yeah, I will say that I was a little biased just because of some of the sticks you've got in there. But I went ahead and I'm supporting you. I'm backing you. I'm one of your minions. So I made sure I bought 2, and I thought I was highfalutin for buying 2. But then I saw that guy post, "Oh, here's 5," and I was like, "Oh, damn."
God, and there is for the first 50 that's in this box, and then for the next 50, there is something in there that you will proudly be able to display that you are a Cigar Prop minion. So it's super cool. It's a piece of swag that has never been done in the cigar industry before. To a certain point, there is one manufacturer that kind of did it, and but mine's different. So it's kind of cool. It's something unique, and I may buy more and put them on the website for sale after the contest is over. If people want them, but yeah, you'll be able to proudly display that you're a minion.
Fantastic. So for people just joining us, you're part of a contest between 6 cigar influencers. Each of you picked a 5-pack, and whoever sells the most number of 5-packs is going to be the winner. Where can people go to find your 5-pack and support you?
Well, you can go to smokein.com/battle, or just go to smokein.com. Right on the homepage, you're going to see the big banner, Battle of the Bands. And yeah, Miguel, you want to go and play that video?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
He hears us.
Yeah.
Go for it.
There we go. All right.
Editors: Aaron Lewis, Developing Palace; William Cooper, Cigar Group; Eric Gutterson, Cigar Dojo; Emmett Malone, Blind Man's Puff; Brian Glenn, Cigar Possession; and Kevin Shahan, Cigar Prop. These contestants will draw on their might and skills to create the greatest sampler ever. Like the lore of the Highlands, there can only be one. Who will win the Battle of the Bands? For more information, visit smokein.com.
That is a cool little video he put together. That's pretty cool.
Dawn of Time, man, welcome back.
Yeah, he definitely put together a cool little video. So yeah, so if you go and click on the Battle of the Bands on the Smoke In homepage, it'll show you down on the list everybody's selection, and then you'll also see a little running count. It's just going by percentage. Who's in the lead, who's not, and within minutes of it airing, I mean, I was at 75%. I was crushing it for the entire first day. Woke up the next woke up this morning. What's
the 0?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody else was at 0 for a while.
Yeah.
And I know some of the guys out west, they had to wake up, like the dojo out in Denver. By the time it goes live, they're still having breakfast out there. So, but I came out of the gate, swinging. I had my video ready to go the moment it was announced. I started my social media campaign. Luckily, everybody jumped on board and started sharing it right away, and we just hit it. I think we're still at like 53%. I think the next behind us is like Brian Glenn at like 17 or 18%, and then unfortunately, like I had mentioned with Coop, Coop is still single digits at just a couple of percent. Now I don't know what that translates to as in packs sold, but lot of time to go. So those numbers are going to change, and I'm on vacation. Yesterday was my first week or first day of a 2-week vacation, so I figured I was going to hit it hard for 2 straight weeks, trying to get it out there, and then just pushing it, and keeping that lead. If I can maintain a comfortable lead, it'll help. So, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, as it gets closer to the end, though. I'm hoping. Actually, you know what everybody says. I'm hoping it's a close race. Not me. I'm hoping it's a blowout. I'm hoping I undeniably get just blow everybody out of the water. Because for me, that'll
real quick. I just want to say thank you to Barry for the support. Thank you very much. And Miguel Rocha just chimed in saying that he went on and got one of your packs. So there's another one.
Thank you,
for
Miguel.
Right there.
That's awesome.
You know, and these other guys, you know, if they win, if any of the other guys win, you know, not discounting anybody else, but if the dojo or Brian Glenn Cigar Obsession, they're my biggest competitors. Not that there's anything wrong with the other guys. The other guys have a big following. They have their platform. They have their blog. They have their vlog. They stay in their lane. They do what they do best. And I diversify across all the platforms. So if Dojo or Cigar Obsession wins, that's just expected. One of those two is expected to win. So to have an underdog win, that would solidify what I do on a daily basis. And like you guys, I mean, you guys work your butts off. You guys have other jobs. You guys do other things. You know, at the end of a 12, 14, 18-hour day, and you're still doing a video late at night, sometimes you ask, not sometimes, all the time, you ask yourself, is this worth it? Is anybody paying attention? Is anybody noticing? Is this all for nothing? So to win this it would answer that question that yes, I mean this journey is completely worth it, and I was worthy of being in this selection.
And absolutely well deserved too. And you know, all right, well, I have something to say. Make sure that the door is locked. No one can break in on me while I say this. The other guys aren't gonna win. I'm really glad to have you on here to say this to you, because this is also who I am, Batty, as Mitch has pointed out, as other Miguel has pointed out, and thank you for doing that, by the way, because Miguels are classy that way. So appreciate that. I think the other groups kind of messed up by not coming on over and saying hello, and I'm really glad I get to talk to them on a regular basis, because they forget how competitive me and Frankie are, and I would love nothing more than to see you win. So you're probably gonna hear more from me in the next month or so. That you're gonna get sick of hearing from me, and I'm okay with that. If you saw the thing we did with Mitch, thanks to Mitch with the whole weight loss thing, we're doing the fantasy football, and what is football? My months are running together. I don't even know the results anymore. But the friendly competition becomes less friendly when these two brothers compete, and I feel bad for that. But at the same time, it makes it pretty interesting. So I cannot wait to see those numbers just keep growing for you, brother. And they absolutely are. Like you said, the next 2 weeks is going to be a hard push for you, but at the same time, I can see those numbers steadily from day 1 to September 30th, right? That's the end date right now?
Yeah.
So yeah, I see that going very well. There's going to be a lot of cigars sold in the next month and a week, about 5 weeks.
You know,
Mike, not to cut you off, Mike,
yeah.
Real quick, but Barry wants to have people go check out their page for Big Smoke Club. I think it's a mobile cigar lounge, which is pretty crazy. And Jason just ordered 3 more cigar prop packs.
Nice.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you very much. And it is really the and I hate to say it. I hate to sound cocky. I hate to sound arrogant, but it really is the old guard versus the new. You know, it's just a little bit. You know, it's some of these guys haven't embraced technology. Some of these guys haven't embraced, you know, and they don't have to. And like I said, and they don't have to. Cigar Coop doesn't have to master Instagram. He doesn't need Instagram. He doesn't need Let's see. I would like to. I'm hearing when it's his show. I have the YouTube channel Cigar Prop where we do cigar reviews. Right now we're on our summer break for August, but generally we have a show on Sunday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the I Tap That Cigar Show, and then also Monday nights, the Impromptu Night Live Show. So you can always find us on Instagram, but if you search Cigar Prop across all the social media platforms, you'll find me from Pinterest to Instagram to YouTube to LinkedIn to everything. And I think I'm the only guy in all these groups that have a Pinterest because
I believe so.
because
The
I,
OnlyFans is pretty interesting though.
yeah, because I understand that it's 2020. And Pinterest is, depending on which number you read, they're in the top 5 of the most sought after best search engines, and which these other guys don't realize that. So, like I said, you've just got to be spread across all platforms to make it into the future, and these guys have rightfully so rested on their laurels, rested on what they have. Now, Dojo does have the Dojo Nation. Like I said, they're probably the most technologically sound, and they have a great team behind them. Eric and a son, and like I said, they're just tech savvy, smart. They know what they're doing. They got the Dojo app, but Brian Glenn doesn't need any other social media platforms. Coop doesn't need it. Developing Palates doesn't need it. Blind Man's Puff doesn't need it. They can comfortably ride into the sunset with what they have. I'm not comfortable with that. I want to build an empire and dominate social media across all platforms to reach the most amount of people. And
Well, plus you're not just about cigars. I mean, that's your bread and butter. But I like when you do your snack crates. I like when you do your kind of how-tos as you're making your blanks that you turn and whatnot. I mean, you like to kind of diversify and reach a wider audience than just cigar smokers, and I think that's really cool.
yeah, because those are the things I watch on YouTube. I watch cigar reviews on YouTube. Right before I came on here, I was watching how it's made. How they make silk. Mind-boggling how they make silk. But I love how things are made. I love watching like snack crates. I love watching teams. That's what got me hooked on the Bakersfield Gentlemen, Frankie and Miguel, and then Mitch behind the scenes. But watching two people with differing opinions on cigars, and it's like I said, just so I kind of fostered my YouTube channel after like the things that I watch on YouTube, and then my live cigar show. I do something I think a little bit different than everybody else. I ask the different questions. I try and my goal on my show is trying to and I always say to humanize the cigar brand. People think of whoever Hiram and Solomon as just this brand, but I want you to get to know the manufacturer. I want you to get to know him, Fawad Kashuti. He is an amazing guy, a great
Awesome
father.
guy.
Just super nice, and because if you can connect with a person with a brand, you're more likely to buy from that brand. Padron. Has anybody ever met a Padron? You see them online, but they're not. And they don't have to be. They don't have to. They're not ever going to be like a Jonathan Drew. Hey, look at me, I'm wacky, and but people love Jonathan Drew because he's out there. He's the face of these companies. So that's what we do a little bit different on our show. Yeah, he's super approachable, and but yeah, so that's like I said. So we try and do our shows a little bit different than everybody else. So we just try to be a little different, and luckily most of the manufacturers that are out there, they all love it. They all love the show. We get people asking us all the time, "Hey, can we come on your show?" I remember when Eric Espinoza, had called me up. He's like, "Hey, I want to be on your show." I'm like, first of all, how'd you get my number? And it's like, don't mind that, So I want to be on the show. I'm like, yeah, right on, man. Let's get you on the show. And so it's an honor to be kind of known, I guess, in the cigar world. It's kind of weird, when someone calls you up, when someone from AJ Fernandez, up there up top calls you up on the phone. same things like, how'd you get my number? And usually it's like, Saka gave it to me, or or Jogo gave it to me. It's like, all right, cool. And then it's just like, hey, we want to do something with you. We want to be on the show. We want to just want to send you guys some stickers. We want to send you some cigars to give away. Kevin Perro, New England Cigar Militia. What's going on? But and so it's
real
awesome.
quick. Also to Chris's point, he's saying this is the first time he's heard of you. Can you let him know exactly what it is Cigar Prop is? Just in case anybody else out there has never heard of Cigar Prop.
Well, Cigar Prop started off as that, what Mitch is holding. I was sitting at my lathe one day, just making something, and my cigar kept rolling around. I had some extra material, so I'm like, screw this. So I turned it down, sat it on my lathe, and it held my cigar. Someone saw it. I like that, So and then Jessica pushed me to start a business selling one single cigar holder, and we don't even make those cigar holders anymore. We don't make any of them. They kind of ran its course. We sold thousands and thousands of them. I don't want to say I flooded the market, but there's just been a lot of cheaper knockoffs that have come out. So that I can't compete with the price, and I won't compete with the price. Everything I make is made. I try to make it here in the USA, from the materials to the manufacturing to everything. The packaging is all made here. So I'm not gonna send my product overseas just to get a better price. I would rather just stop making it. So we're always innovating. We do have our our little folding, cigar prop, folds flat, fits in your wallet. We have our nub tools, and it was and everything is born out of necessity. And like even our nub tools, you guys, everybody makes a nub tool. You can't. Yep. See, there you go.
Yeah, I don't want to cut you off, but yeah, this has saved me so many times here in Vegas. Everybody has those tiny little ashtrays for cigarettes, and I'm going around like, well, that's not going to work. Oh, I don't need to worry about that. Yeah, because I got this in my wallet at all times.
Yeah.
It fits flat as a credit card, weighs practically nothing. Perfect little tool to have in your wallet.
Yeah, and even, like I said, our nub tools, your typical nub tool, can you put one in your pocket to take to the lounge? No, because it'll poke you. So, we made one, that is reversible. So, so you can, protect the tip. You can put it in your pocket. You can put it in your travel case. So, these are all, these are all made. Now, the components, unfortunately, are made overseas because I can't get them made here. But so it's everything. So we just make cigar accessories that are a little bit different. The bleed tool. The bleed tool was just another one of those necessities. Yeah. It was just I had broken a really expensive lighter by jamming a little like a little Phillips screwdriver, one of those little micro screwdrivers for your glasses, inside there, not paying attention, and I bent the crap out of it. And it's like, damn it. So it was just, the and I'll tell you, like the can of butane that you have. I have one right here. This one has a plastic tip on it, but they make ones with a metal tip, and I'm looking at it going, I popped the metal tip out of it. I machined down a surface, and there was the bleed tool. And it was funny because the machine shop that I chose to do it, and come to find they're two of my really good friends now. They're cigar smokers, and they thought it was gimmicky. And so I'm like, all right, so let's order like 100 of them. I'm gonna do a Kickstarter. I did the Kickstarter, and I forget what my goal was. I don't even know what it was. We hit our goal in 3 days. 3 days we hit the goal. So I called the machine shop. I'm like, hey, I need 500 of those. Have you started them yet? And they're like, no, we haven't started them yet. I'm like, okay, go ahead and do 500. A couple days later, I called them back. I said, hey, I need 1,000 of these. And they're like, get out of here. You're not going to sell 1,000. I go, I already did. And they're like, what? So, and then throughout the course of the Kickstarter, because they have to run for a 30-day, 30-day time frame. So during that time, I had all people chiming in. I bought one. I can't wait to get it. If you ever do another version, we'd like to see this. So within that 30-day time frame, everybody else in that panel had already designed version number 2 for me. So before the end of the 30 days was up, I already had the prototype for number 2 in my hand. Well, of course, I had to wait. Like, I think I waited 90 days, and then I did another Kickstarter, because nothing like, it's like I didn't want to be an iPhone and come out and be like, hey, here's the new iPhone, and then 2 weeks later going, hey, we got a new iPhone. Would you guys like it? You know, so we waited 90 days, and then we sold like another 1,000 in 90 days, and it's just it's just been, you know, exponentially growing from there. So Cigar Prop is unique cigar accessories, but over the last, I would say probably since the beginning of this year, and I think it's on my website, Cigar Prop has just morphed into just so much more. You know, it's just a way of life. It's just enjoying the cigar with your friends, and not, you know, you don't have to smoke a fancy cigar. You can smoke a cheap cigar, smoke what you like, and enjoy it. And so it's just become a lifestyle. We call it prop style. You know, it's prop style started off with smoking a cigar backwards, you know, and then it just morphed into just a cigar lifestyle is what it is.
That's a fantastic. And you know, one of my favorite things that you make is something you sent us was that measuring tool. That thing was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And this isn't even something that I made. So we've gone through 3 iterations of this. They started, I stained this one. The others were just plain wood. So we have the wooden one, and then my the machine shop got rid of the laser that does wood. So they went to a really good heavy duty acrylic. So we got that, and then as a special run, we did them out of aluminum. So it's anodized aluminum. So no screen printing. It's actually engraved into the surface. And this is a product that they used to make all the time. I didn't know that this was even a thing until my good buddy Craig Vanderslice, Cigar Craig, had posted a picture one day of a cigar. Like, he posts every day a picture, and then there was like a measuring tool in the back, and I go, what is that? And he goes, it's actually something they used to make like 20 years ago. Like, everybody made them. And he goes, nobody makes them anymore. I go, what? How can nobody make that anymore? So I started making them, and people buy them, and I've sold, you know, probably 1,000 of them, and I've got manufacturers that use them. I visited John Huber at his office, and it was sitting at his desk, and I happened to look over, and he had a cigar on one of my cigar props, and the ring gauge tool was sitting on his desk. And I go, hey, that's cool. Do you actually ever use that? And he goes, yeah, I use it all the time. And at that point, he goes, about a month ago, we got some samples in from the factory, and we were smoking them. And he goes, it didn't feel right. He goes, I just know what a cigar feels like in my hand. You know, I know a 52 ring gauge. I know a 48 ring gauge. And he said he's smoking, and he goes, this isn't right. So he picked up my ring gauge tool, and it was wrong. The cigar he was smoking was wrong. They did roll the wrong size. He called the factory, and he's like, hey, you know, because these were the test samples for him. He goes, hey, you guys are rolling the wrong size. And so it was, so that's kind of cool just to see your product on the desk of someone like John Huber.
Definitely.
Yeah, totally. So we're coming down to the end of the show. Again, thank you so much for taking some time to be with us. Do you want to give us one last final pitch about your 5-pack, where people can find it, and what are the perks of your pack?
So it's the Shorty for 40. So it's 5 premium cigars. I think it's like $41 is what it is, but 5 cigars, or Shorty for $41.25 plus shipping doesn't roll off the tongue quite as easy. And it's just cigars that you're going to be able to get. So 3 of them are $5 cigars. So these cigars, if you love, you'll be able to go to your lounge. And some of them, like I said, on sale, you can find at different sites, you know, for the $4 price range. So you can pick up a box of 10 or 20 of these at next to nothing. And then we have 2 of your premium cigars. So if you're used to only smoking inexpensive cigars, you're going to be able to get this $40 price pack, and you're going to have 2, not that these other cigars aren't premium, you know, 2 ultra premium cigars, a Padron 26, a Sobremesa Short Churchill from Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. So for $41, you're going to get 5 fantastic cigars. And smokein.com/battle, or just smokein.com. The Battle of the Bands is right on their homepage. and you're going to help out the little guy, and that's what and it's a good contest. Abe's a great guy at Smoke Inn, and he's just trying to do something different and keep his his cash flow coming. Everybody's been hurting this time. All cigar all cigar sites. So it also helps him feed his employees and his family. So it's not just about me, but it's also telling these big dogs, these guys out there that hey, there's a new kid in town. You shouldn't discount some of these newer guys, that are out there.
I like
Fantastic.
it. I like it a lot.
And they can find you, like you said, on all social media at Cigar Prop, correct?
All social media. Like I said, I was lucky enough to pick a name across every single social media platform known to man. I am Cigar Prop.
Fantastic. Well, Kevin, again, thank you so much for taking the time to be on with us tonight. I think everybody enjoyed it, and I think we helped you out with a couple more while we were live. So that's fantastic.
I definitely appreciate it, guys.
All right, thank you. We'll see you next time.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Have a good one.
See ya.
Alrighty.
All right, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and you guys will go pick up some of the 5-pack samplers from Cigar Prop. Check those out. You guys, again, like you said, on smokein.com. You can check out all 6 of the 5-packs there, and then make your choice and buy the Cigar Prop one.
Yep.
But that's going to do it for us tonight, you guys. I want to thank, again, Kevin for being on with us. I want to thank Mitch for being here with me and Miguel for moderating the entire thing from Vegas. He is still out there for a couple more weeks, or a little over a week now. Doing the Fremont experiment.
Final stretch. The link for that is also in the description above, guys, if you want to check it out. Thank you guys, for so much for watching. Jeff, thank you so much. Glad you enjoyed it. Kevin, glad you enjoyed it. Big thank you to everyone who purchased during the show. That's a big help. Like you said though, support the new guys in this crazy little world we all live in, because it's a small community, but it's still a lot of us. There's still a lot of us all together, just trying to make it happen. And I think this is a good idea. I think Abe came out with a really good idea. Get people excited about buying some more cigars. I know we're already excited about buying cigars. No one's saying you're not. But just a little extra something, a little extra competition keeps everyone happy, and I'm loving it. I am loving it.
And I'm just going to say this, just some extra in there. For, $5 more, you can buy 2 of the Cigar Prop packs as opposed to 1 of the Cigar Obsession packs. Just saying. So if you guys want some value for your money there.
I feel bad saying this.
Get you twice the amount of cigars.
I feel really bad saying this, but no offense to Obsession, but I'm not going to spend $75 and get a nub in there. No, I don't. None of the nubs for me are just the price. Yeah, the price is weird for me, so it throws me off. The others are all great. Don't get me wrong. The nub Cameroon's fine as well, but if I'm spending $75 on 5 cigars, I better not see a nub in there. I better see a Series V at least. All right, but just again, if you do like it, grab it. Don't listen to what I'm saying. If you like it, smoke it. But that's just for me personally. I can't justify that one.
Very true.
Oh my goodness, Mitch, you said you got.
Mitch was saying before the show that one was kind of a wild card in there.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so I'm not alone. I'm not crazy. All right, thank goodness. Whew. All right, that's
Mike, that's gonna do it for us. Yeah.
That is it. That's the end of the show. I need a cigar. I'm gonna go down to the street. I'm grabbing me a cigar. Yesterday was so packed, I had to use the casinos to get around the street. So I can only imagine what it is tonight out there. Got to meet, what does he go by? Banksy, a ex-Bruin who still holds the record for most penalty minutes in the NHL. So I'm actually going to go get to talk to him a little more today. Pretty crazy. And more stories to come, obviously. But other than that, guys, I need a cigar now. I'm going to go get a whiskey sour. And I'm going to go enjoy myself on this Saturday night. Y'all have a great one. Thank you all so much for sticking with us. And I will see you guys soon. I miss you both.
All right, Mike. We'll see you later.
See you, man.
All right. And you guys want to say bye to them? I'm closing this out. It's over.
Yeah, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Again, thank you to Mitch for being here. Don't forget to check out Cigar Rights of America, cigarrights.org. And don't forget to donate to Cigars for Warriors when you guys get a chance. I know times are tough for a lot of people right now, but if you have the ability to go ahead and donate whatever you can. You know, cutters, lighters, humidification packs, cigars, money, magazines, gift cards, coffee now too.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys can donate to Cigars for Warriors, it all goes to a great cause, and they appreciate it 100%, you guys. So do what you can when you can.
Yes, absolutely. All right, now we can wrap up. All right, bye guys.
See ya.
Yes.